This is Ryan Matt Borden, aka Loopline. I'm going to cover a video here on how to set up Scrapebox. Pretty basic. Sorry for any background noise. Things here in these days with COVID, I'm all over the place, but I wanted to get this up because some people really asked how to do this. So you should get an email as soon as you purchase Scrapebox. It's going to come to your purchase email address. If you purchase Scrapebox with PayPal, it will come to your primary PayPal email address, so you can go into PayPal and look and see what your primary email is. If you purchase Scrapebox with a credit card, at the time of purchase you will put in an email address and it will go to that email. You will get a receipt from PayPal to that email address, and you will also get an email within about 10 seconds from Scrapebox saying, hey, thanks for purchasing. Here is a download link, but the download link is very basic. It's scrapebox.com/payment received. You can just type out pay, like scrapebox.com/pay, for example, and it will fill in the rest for you automatically, and it's going to take you here. Now you have a choice. If you're using Windows, you can download the Windows 32-bit version, which I would not do unless you only have a 32-bit version of Windows. If you have Windows 64-bit, obviously that's the way to go, and Apple Mac is 64-bit these days by default is the only option. So you can download it appropriately. Once you activate your Scrapebox license, the purchase is universal, but once you come here, if you download Mac and you activate it, it is forever a Mac license. And if you wanted to use it on Windows later, you need to buy a Windows license. If you come here and you download Windows and install it on Windows and activate it, it is forever a Windows license. If you want to then use Mac later natively, you would have to buy a Mac license. So that is important to keep in mind. I have Windows 64-bit. I'm going to download it here, and I'm going to choose where I want to save it. You may automatically get saved in a downloads folder. Like this is Firefox. It probably pops up a little download thing up here, or Chrome pops up something down here. Everyone's different. I'm sure you can download a file. So I'm going to pause it. I'm going to download the file. And I'm still in the download process, but I thought it was important to note. On Mac, you install the software and it puts it where it needs to be. On Windows, you create a folder, and you want to put that folder either in your desktop or in your documents folder. You do not want to just go sticking this directly on the C drive. You don't want to stick it in Dropbox. You don't want to stick it in any other kind of cloud drive or randomly, because the permissions that are required for this to run properly are ideal in the desktop or in the documents folder. And if you put it right on the desktop and run it, it's going to create a bunch of folders all over your desktop. That's not really ideal. So I just created a folder on my desktop called Scrapebox. I'm going to download it into that folder and let it download. Now it popped up here, and I'm going to go ahead and open this file location. Again, show in folder rather. Again, I could have just done this, and in Windows you have to unzip it. I believe you have to unzip it in Mac as well. And I'm just going to go right here and extract all. And extract, and it's just extracted it here into a new folder. I don't really care for it inside this subfolder, so I'm going to move it and put it right back in this main folder and then delete it. I could have extracted all and just chose this folder, but anyways, just showing you options. Now that we're here, it's really easy. You're just going to click it and run it. You can also, of course, right click here on Windows and just go in here, and it's creating all of these files and folders that it needs and downloading information, as you can see, that it needs. But I can right click on the Scrapebox file and send to, I don't know if you can see it there, probably not because it's off the screen, and send to desktop and create a shortcut, and then I have a shortcut on my desktop, and that's really handy. But once Scrapebox runs, it does a bunch of downloading and then it has to restart, and I clicked OK and it is now restarted, and now we have it here. Now this is already activated on this computer. If I was not activated on this computer, what would happen is I would have an activate button, and what I'm going to do actually is simulate that, so allow me a moment. Alright, so what I've done is I logged onto a server where I do not have Scrapebox installed, and I'm just going to run it, and it will probably pop up with a security warning, and I am just going to uncheck that and run it. It's publisher Gunter Kramer, that's correct, and we are going to run it, and it should pop up with something like this. Now my fonts are a little wonky on this particular server. I got to fix that, but that don't matter. Scrapebox just adjusts. It's going to pop up with this automatically, and it's going to say, it appears you do not have an active Scrapebox license. No, I don't have one activated for this computer. I'd like to activate it now. Or you can punch in an email address if you already have one activated. Obviously we just purchased, so we're going to go ahead and activate it now. Now this is where we enter our name. This is just your real for life name, so just put your real name in here. I'm just going to put there. Now, we put in our PayPal email address. Again, this is either your primary PayPal email address if you purchase with PayPal, or if you used a credit card, then it is going to be whatever email address you put in during purchase. But either way, this is the email address that you got both the PayPal receipt and the Scrapebox welcome email sent to. So I'm just going to make up nonsense here and put nonsense@nonsense.com. I don't even think I spelled it right, but whatever your email address is, you put that in, and then you're going to enter your transaction ID. If you purchase with PayPal, this is 17 digits, and it's a combination of letters and numbers that look something like this, where it's just 17 digits, and these are obviously usually capitalized, I guess, and it'll look something like this, and it'll be 17 digits long, right? So we get this all the way out here to 17 digits, whatever that is, and we submit details, and that's it. If we purchase with a credit card, it will be in a receipt ID format, and it looks like this. It is 16 digits along with 3 dashes. So 4 digits, a dash, 4 digits, and a dash. Anyways, it looks like this. And so that's what you're looking for. That will be in the receipt email either way that PayPal sent you, and if you purchased with PayPal, it will be in your PayPal account. Once you enter that information, you're going to click submit. It's not going to work for me because I'm making up nonsense here, but it's going to say please verify the details you entered, and we entered them all, and we hit submit. And once we're verified, and I guess it actually did take it, your activation request was successfully sent. Activate your license can take up to 12 hours. Please be patient. They manually activate all licenses, so it can actually take up to 12 hours, usually doesn't, but if you email them in 3 minutes asking why it's not activated, all you're going to do is get pushed to the bottom of the stack because it's going to get flagged for support, and it's going to slow down the activation process. So please just be patient, wait for up to 12 hours, and you'll get an email at that email address that you entered. Again, the email of your license, they'll send you an email saying, hey, your Scrapebox license is activated and you're ready to go. At that point, you need to restart Scrapebox. It will not work until you restart it, so if you leave it set here, it's going to stay like this. You got to close it down and start it up again, and then it will work. And again, you can use the desktop shortcut or just starting it up there, and it'll start up. Obviously, it has not done this yet, but you'll know because it'll say we're currently processing your activation. So if you want to restart it every couple of hours just to see, you're good to go. But again, just check your email and you're set. And once it is done, it will look like this. And so I'm just back on my local machine, and Scrapebox is good to go. If you're not up to date, you can go ahead obviously and hit the update button here. If you have version number, your version in green, you're up to date. Otherwise, before you get started, you probably want to click update and make sure you're using the latest version, because on occasion the download server doesn't get synced, and so you might be downloading like one version behind to get started, which is fine. And then once you're activated, just click update, or maybe they came out with a new update in the process of activation, and so just click update, and then you're ready to go. If you don't have Scrapebox, click the link up here now, or go to scrapebox.com, and you can roll down here and pick up your copy, and if you miss it, it's in the video description down below. Thanks for watching this Scrapebox video. For more Scrapebox videos, click the subscribe button down below, and then click the bell, and then check out these other great Scrapebox videos.